Welcome to the marketing session about after-sales service. What is after-sales service? After-sales service is one of these components or instruments of the marketing mix for product and service. It's a component of the offer to the customer, but it is provided to the customer after the buying process. I want to share with you today some examples. First, I would like to show you a differentiation because there are different kinds of after-sales service. The first differentiation is between a technical one and an emotional one. And the second differentiation is there are after-sales services, you have to pay for it, they are charged, and there are, on the other hand side, there are after-sales services, they are complimentary, they are free of charge. Let's start with the technical after-sales service. This is very often used for technical products, not only for machines, but machinery is a very good example for that. Because the first after-sales service would be an instruction to use the machinery. Then maybe also later on a training for the operator of the machine. Maybe he will have some spare parts necessary in the next year, or a maintenance in the next year, or in 5 years the machine, there is something broken, you have to repair it. These are typical after-sales services for technical products. I told you it's a component of the whole product, and it can be a very powerful and very important one. I will bring you an example of an industry where the after-sales service is the profit driver. That means the highest contribution of profit is coming from the after-sales service and not from the core product. And this example is the elevator industry. Very often elevators and lifts are sold on a very low profit margin price. That means a very bad price. Why? Because there are two reasons. Due to legislation and due to the contract between the customer and the supplier, the buyer of the lift, the owner of the building, he is obliged to have a maintenance service for the next, let's say, 20, 30 years, every year, once a year, a maintenance service. And this is the reason why the supplier of the lift knows that his business relationship with after-sales service will take much longer. It takes maybe 30 years, and he can charge every year the time his service people were coming and did the maintenance service. And that's the reason why the core product, the lift itself, is not so important as the after-sales service. I would like to share also two examples from the field of family business with our technical after-sales service. One is if somebody buys a kitchen from a carpenter. There are carpenters here in Europe, they have a commitment. They give it, it's part of the contract. Part of the contract, the whole product, the kitchen. He says, I will come for the next 10 years, every year, once a year, coming for free, you don't have to pay, to check all cabinet doors. I will repair it, I will adjust it, and I will also change spare parts if necessary. And this is an added value to the customer and is very important. This is when he sees in the offer, he only sees the price of the kitchen, but the free after-sales service, this complimentary service, is money worth. A second example is a shoemaker. If there's a shoemaker producing handmade shoes, he said, I have a very high-class, high-quality product and it's expensive. And therefore, I have a special after-sales service for my customers. They can come up to 12 months after they have bought it. They can come once a year and saying, I want to have checked my shoes. And he will also replace the shoestrings once within these 12 months. This is also an additional service, auxiliary service, as an example for technical after-sales service. I would like now change now to the emotional ones, because this is often possible for products but also for services. It's not true that after-sales service is only for products. It's also possible for services like restaurants, like hairdressers. When we speak about emotional after-sales service, that means it's something, it should touch the heart of the customer. He should be surprised, he should be happy, he should have the feeling, oh, this is the right supplier, I will come back and buy the product again, or the service, I will consume the service again and again. And as another effect, he will also recommend this product or service to others. I will share some examples with you for family business companies. Where I live in my village, there is a pig farmer, and this pig farmer, he sells this pork meat also to premium restaurants. And when he is delivering the pork meat, maybe once a month or every 2 months, he will surprise the chef of the restaurant, the professional cook, with some recipes for free for pork meat. And you will not believe it, but even these professional chefs, these cooks in the restaurants, they are happy about alternative ideas for pork meat recipes. And they appreciate that very much as a free of cost additional service. Another example is if you have a plumber in your house. You had an emergency case and he repaired something. He repaired everything in the house, you paid him, he left the house. 2 days later you get a short message, you get an SMS on your phone, and he says, thank you very much for this order. If you have any time a problem, please call me under this number. Hey, you are happy, you didn't expect this. And the second effect, you have the number now on your phone. It's very good. And another example for services is in the restaurant. Maybe you remember I told you once the example in a takeaway shop, you get one-way plastic packaging. And there was written by hand from the owner of the shop, enjoy your meal, and made a smiley. It was the same as when I was in a restaurant in Germany and I got the plate, and next to the plate there was this sticky note saying enjoy your meal and a smiley. I was really happy, it touched my heart. And what is the purpose and the objective of technical and emotional after-sales service? It is customer loyalty. You want to have long-term customers. You want to have loyal customers coming back again and again to buy your products or consume your service. And this is the objective. And as a side effect, you will also have this satisfied customers who recommend you to others, to potential new customers for you. But sometimes there are also customers, they are not happy, they are not satisfied. It can happen everywhere. Once there is a customer coming saying, I'm not happy, it's not a good product what you have delivered to me. And this is called, it's a complaint, and in this situation you have to manage the complaint, therefore complaint management. And it is something like, you remember the Chinese letters for crisis and opportunity. You have now a crisis. He's coming and saying, I'm not satisfied, and this is not a very good feeling situation for you. It's something like a crisis. But now you have the opportunity to transform him from a customer, from a not satisfied customer, to a real fan, to a loyal customer. If you are a professional complaint manager, you will help him immediately. You will take him serious. You will give him the feeling that you will do everything to turn him from not satisfied to satisfied. And this is also something which is part of after sales service. Try to use, if you have this case, try to use the crisis to turn it in an opportunity to get a long-term partnership with a loyal customer. I hope you have seen now that after sales service, technical ones, emotional ones, has one purpose, is customer loyalty. And you have seen that this is a very important and a powerful marketing mix instrument. And this is really for many cases to use and to install. If you say it's also possible for service, it's not only for machinery or for products. Think of that. Tell this to your mentees that after sales service can be a big and a very important part and factor within the whole offer to the customer. And I hope you will communicate this information to your mentees, and see you in the next videos. Thank you very much. Goodbye.